That's why he came in there on 10,000, bitch. You want to ethnically cleanse his motherfucking country, and you want to pass it on to Putin, bitch. We're not fucking dumb. We're not fucking stupid. We're not going to turn Gaza into a fucking concrete parking lot just so you can motherfucking make money off of it, bitch.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of The Dave Show. I think we've got a good one planned for you, so let's get right into it. Let's shoot for 10,000 subscribers. Let's do it. Over the weekend, a man from Indiana was near the White House, and he brandished a weapon and was shot by the Secret Service. Now, we understand that he was taken to the hospital. And the reports say that before he was shot, before the confrontation, something was telling the law officers that he was suicidal. Let's check it out.
Breaking news coming from the US now, and the US Secret Service has shot a man near the White House in Washington, D.C. That's according to our colleagues at NBC News in the States. It happened shortly after midnight, after an armed confrontation with law enforcement. According to the Secret Service there. They say local police had reported what they described as a suicidal individual who had possibly travelled to Washington, D.C. from Indiana. They later located a vehicle and spotted a person on foot who matched the description. They then brandished a firearm, the report says, and an armed confrontation ensued, during which shots were fired by Secret Service personnel, they've confirmed. The man was shot and has been taken to hospital. And this all happened on the intersection of 17th Street and F Street Northwest, which is near the White House in Washington, D.C. So just to reiterate, the US Secret Service has shot a man near the White House in Washington, D.C. He has subsequently been taken to hospital.
Suicidal or not, pulling a gun near the White House is never going to end well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how stupid you need to be to think that's going to be a good night for you. They're not going to stop. I'm assuming this guy is liberal. I mean, there's no reason to not think that. We have no idea if he's part of Trans-Tifa yet. So I guess we'll find that out. I don't know. It's horrible either way. That's 100% liberals' fault. Yeah, totally. 100%. One less dead voter, I guess. Oh, jeez. Well, apparently, the last report that I received is he made it to the hospital, and I guess he's going to survive, so. Who is surprised? Libs on TikTok have been begging for this. This crap needs to stop. I totally agree, but man, it's a real slippery slope when you start, censoring things, and I don't know. It's a tough call. The fact that a man was shot near the White House for threatening with a weapon shows just how far things have gone in this country. And I do fear that it's only going to get worse. I mean, let's be real about this. The psychotic behavior of these left wackos, coupled with the absolute demonic talk from the media, they're being brainwashed. So President Trump talks about how he is not going to be cutting Medicare or Medicaid or Social Security, but of course they will be focusing on the fraud that is immense in that area and how they're going to be cutting that out, which should save the taxpayers a lot of money. Check it out.
We're going to have growth like you've never seen before.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you said that.
We're going to have growth. I'm not going to touch Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. Now, we're going to get fraud out of there. You see where I talk about it all the time, where you have people 250 years old and all, tremendous fraud. But that has nothing to do with that. We're going to get the fraud out, and everybody wants us to get the fraud out, and therefore you'll make it better. But we're going to have tremendous growth. When you look at all of the car companies that are now coming into the United States, and they've been announcing, like on a daily basis, they're going to build their plants, and they're going to create tremendous numbers of jobs, and so many other things. And I'm doing something else that I think is very exciting. Maybe I'm wrong. A gold card. For $5 million, you buy a path to citizenship in this country. We'll see. I believe that Apple and all these companies that can't get people to come out of college and come because they get thrown out. Think of it. You graduate #1 at the Wharton School of Finance or Harvard or Stanford, and you get thrown out of the country. You can't stay more than 1 day. And they want to hire these people, but they can't. They've complained to me about it. Now they can buy a gold card. And they can take that gold card and make it a part of their deal to get these top students. No different than an athlete, like a bonus. It's a signing bonus. And you're going to have a lot of people buy that. You're going to have a lot of companies buying gold cards. So for $5 million, now, it's a lot of money when you add it up if we sell a lot of them.
Yeah.
If we don't, it's nothing ventured, nothing lost. But I think it's going to be very successful. You can't get a green card. A green card, this would be a green card on steroids. This would be much better than a green card.
President Trump comments on how President Biden should never have given that $300-something billion to Zelensky, and how it is so lopsided right now with the amount of money that we have given to the war effort as compared to the Europeans, and that, you know, the left scream about equity and equality. Well, it's not very equal right now compared to what the Europeans have given. Check it out.
Biden should have never put up $350 billion. He should have equalized with Europe. All he had to do is say, you got to stay even with us. They're in for 100. We're in for 350. How does that? And we have an ocean in between us, right? We're not in the danger that they are. They are in much greater danger, if you call it danger. He should have never done that. You know the other thing with Europe that bothers me? They've given Russia more money, by far, for buying their oil than they put into Ukraine. So they're paying all this money to Russia, and we're in there for $350 billion.
Kristi Noem gives an update on the scumbags that have been leaking information about ICE raids and putting our federal agents and ICE agents and everybody else involved in danger. So check it out.
Everyone, I wanted to give you a quick update. We have identified 2 leakers of information here at the Department of Homeland Security who have been telling individuals about our operations and putting law enforcement lives in jeopardy. We plan to prosecute these 2 individuals and hold them accountable for what they've done. And we're going to continue to do all that we can to keep America safe.
It appears a bill in Texas is going to restrict or eliminate or reduce the exposure that drag queens have with our children, which I think that's common sense. It's a good thing, but hey, check it out.
Hello, my name is Bridget Bandit, and I'm speaking in opposition to SB 18. I'm a born and raised Texan and full-time drag queen. Previously, I've worked with children throughout my life as a swim instructor, teaching summer art camps, hosting children's birthday parties, and volunteering in my church as a youth group leader. Today, I occasionally host drag queen story times. These kinds of events don't differ much from the kind of work I did before, yet this bill would impact my ability to work with children simply based on a subjective and ill-defined expectation of how I should look.
Oh, hell no. No. You are not going to be by our children, around our children, near our children, looking like that with that big pink pompadour, whatever hairstyle. No. That is not going to happen. If you're looking like that, I'm sorry. We have to suspect or assume that you're grooming them in some way, shape, or form, trying to get them into the cult of trans. And no, I hope this bill totally eliminates interaction with you and our children. Keep our children safe. They don't need to be known about any of this stuff. The dementia runs pretty deep in this next lefty. She thinks that she is going to outlive Donald Trump, but what she's doing, I don't think she might not. Check it out.
I will outlive Donald Trump. I will outlive Donald Trump. He is a 78-year-old man. He is morbidly obese. He probably has coronary artery disease. The Big Macs will take him eventually. Not that JD Vance is any better. I will outlive Donald Trump. I will outlive Donald Trump. I will outlive Donald Trump. I just double dosed myself. I will outlive Donald Trump. I will outlive Donald Trump. Fuck. I will outlive Donald Trump. I will outlive Donald Trump.
Demons have taken over. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. If you look close enough, you can see the problem. Pfizer. That's not a real tattoo on her forehead, but that is a problem. She's pumping a lot of drugs into her, it seems. She must be really healthy with all those pills. Yeah. This is actually really pathetic. She ain't outliving anyone while eating all those drugs to stay normal. For sure. What the media, schools, and pro-Elon social media have done to some of our more impressionable citizens is sad and evil. I'm afraid over the next 4 years, these people will just replace Trump's name with Vance and so on. Yeah, it's totally. And the hate cycle will continue for their whole lives. Of course, because as long as the Democrats are on this super destructive path, which it seems like they're going to be on for quite a while, the Republicans are going to be in the White House and maybe in control of all of Congress. And it is going to be miserable for these people on the left until they, I don't know what's going to happen for them to snap out of this. Because it's all about ideology, and that's why it's so ingrained in these people. Sad. I'm sure he's a badass.
Gay!
Trantifa military cosplay? Weird. Cosgay. Cosgay. It's in a cosplay. That's funny. All lives splatter from 2,000 yards. Oh, that's very true. Although I've fortunately never seen that personally. I never want to. Nice airsoft gear, laugh out loud. I would completely hide my identity too.
If you're going through it right now, I just want you to think of the inevitable day, hopefully sooner than later, that you wake up one morning, just a random morning, and the sun is shining just somehow a little bit brighter. It's like 75 to 80 degrees, but there's a slight breeze. It's not too hot. You open your phone, breaking news. You hear chanting in the street. You hear sounds of celebration. You go downstairs and you join in on that celebration. You are dancing your way through the entire day. Everyone is elated. There's a feeling of relief going through our society. All because of this breaking news. I want you to hold on to that feeling. Yeah. Because we know what's going to happen. It's just like a matter of when.
It is a sickness. Yeah, and I feel really sad for that young lady because she has mental illness and she doesn't even, I don't think she even realizes it. And that's the worst part about it because it's only going to get worse. You know what I mean? It's sad. Libs fantasizing about Trump getting assassinated is the new Trump is going to prison for the next 4 years. And I'm afraid that these fantasies, I mean, we just saw that guy over the weekend that got shot brandishing a weapon near the White House. I think it's just going to get crazier over the next 4 years. And who knows, maybe even beyond. They lost so badly, this is the only way they can cope. They are such miserable creatures. That is a very good way to describe a lot of them. Is that a beauty product on her cheeks? If so, she needs more of them. Yeah, that's so weird. I don't know. Was that like some kind of like skin thing, skin treatment? I don't know. It was weird. I'm telling you, we've got Trump this time. That is the delusion. That is part of the dementia they're suffering from. The karma for these people is going to be so harsh.
If you're American and for God knows what reason you still support Donald Trump, you should be massively fucking ashamed right now of yourself, of your country, and especially your shoddy excuse of a president. The way that he has just spoken to Zelensky is fucking horrific. Not just him, but also the little arse weasel that is JD Vance. He and his fellow countrymen have been fighting relentlessly for the last 3 years after Trump's best mate Putin decided, oh, it's a nice day to take over another country. Some of the stories of the families who have had to flee the Ukraine, who are now currently living in the UK, it's just absolutely soul destroying. So for that absolute thunder cunt that is Donald Trump to say to Zelensky, you're not ready for peace, and basically taunting him and saying that he's the reason, or he's toying with people, millions of people's lives, and this is going to cause World War III. How incredibly, incredibly disrespectful, and shows just how little he actually knows about world politics. Or he knows everything, because obviously he's definitely in Putin's pocket. Zelensky sat there, calm, considered, diplomatic with his responses, whilst fucking Beavis and Butthead were going at him. The most unpresidential behaviour I've probably ever seen. And I don't think that he's done all this just because he's up Putin's arsehole. I think it's because over the last couple of days, both Keir Starmer and Macron have absolutely fucking owned him publicly, live in interviews, showing him that he knows absolutely nothing about world politics. And what do bullies do when they're humiliated? They find somebody else that they can take their anger out on. He is a weak, uneducated, narcissistic man, and he just thrives off of status and attention. That man couldn't run a bath, let alone a country. So if you are American and you still support Trump, then probably not only will you be fucking around and finding out, but sadly, I think possibly American forces too. Because if anybody's starting World War III, it's that twat.
Someone tell that bloated limey that us unruly colonists don't give a crap what her opinion is. We haven't since 1776. You'd think that would be obvious. Hilarious libtards stacking L's exponentially. She's deranged. Yeah. She is going to have a really rough time when the Muslims ban pork in the UK. Oh, man. Now, when I was going through to find a bunch of these comments, there was a lot of comments about her weight and all that stuff, and I thought, I don't know if I really want to put any of that stuff up, because her weight has nothing to do with what she's saying. So that was people just being a little mean. Does anyone ever think that Trump actually knows more about Zelensky than any of us do? If we knew half of what Trump knows about these foreign leaders, I guarantee we wouldn't be near as composed as he is. Think deeper, people. That's true. He knows a lot more that he's just never going to release to us. Okay. And here is, it's simple math. This is the WNBA complaining that they're not making enough money. If you think about it, our shorter season makes our games more valuable and some of us play at a higher level than some NBA players. That is not even close to reality. It's simple math. Let's see how simple math it is. I must ask you a question. Yeah, why is she rocking a mustache? That's a little suspect. Is that a trans woman, maybe? I don't know. Angel Reese wants a pay raise or else. Yeah, this is we're going to be seeing exactly why Angel Reese should get more money. Let's check it out. Gotta love Common Core math. Yeah, totally. Ah, yes, WNBA math. Fewer games equals higher value. Just like how my goldfish's 5-second memory makes him a genius philosopher. Oh, that's funny.
I'll look back in 20 years and be like,
This is
the
this is
reason
good.
why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Joe Reese running layups. Let's get it. Bang! Running down the lane. I feel alive because it's 2025. Give it the number 5. Bang! We have a New Year's resolution for our brick Barbie. Make your layups. Make them great again. Bang! Joe Reese makes this layup. TikTok won't be banned. It won't. No! Stat Patter! Stat Patter! Baz, my rookie of the year. Nobody gathers double-doubles better than her. Double-doubles better than championships. Bang! No 2K's gonna have a field day with her layup animation package. Drop off! What the fuck? Professional athlete, by the way. Professional athlete! That's disgusting! Still can't tell after all these videos if she's right-handed or left. Both look equally horrendous to watch. I'm loving it!
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. 5 random NBA players from any team on the bench can beat the top 5 elite female basketball players every day. I don't even think you need to take 5 random NBA players. You take pretty much 5 random college players, and I think the results would be the same. Jeez. All right, my friends, it's enough of the news. Buckle up. You're about to enter the Lib Zone.
Not another billionaire!
What a bunch of idiots. And all because Elon Musk wants to save us money. How stupid is that? People are so stupid. Such sheep.
We're going to have to shut the whole thing down, the whole country. It's going to wind up being the only non-violent means that we're left with in order to keep this place from completely going down the toilet.
Okay,
I'm talking
non-violence.
everything.
I like
Schools
that.
having to be closed because there aren't teachers and administrators. Flights getting canceled, garbage piling up, all of it. Giant retail stores being unable to open without staff.
Right.
We have to start making huge disturbances in the daily function of every aspect of the way this country works. I mean, I know what y'all are going to say too, though. You're going to say people are never going to come together for something like that.
No.
But you know what? I think you're wrong. It just has to get bad enough, and I think it's going to.
And that right there totally negates your first statement of nonviolence, because the only way you're saying that this little fantasy of yours is going to happen is if there is an absolute revolt on every level on the left and things get extremely violent and horrible for this man's fantasy to come true. So you're retarded. I'm sorry. You're stupid.
They're already firing so many federal employees, and
Yeah.
including like up to 80,000 people from the VA. Like, there are going to be a lot of pissed off people with a lot of extra time on their hands, and a lot of vets that feel unappreciated. And when the job losses start hitting the private sector, and the dominoes are going to start to fall. But you know what? It's going to take all of us, and it's probably going to have to start with the unions, for organizational purposes as well as, job security. It's going to have to be coordinated.
Right.
And I think that, the unions are the best people to start that. So the major union leaders should, be the ones spearheading this. They're already, talking about a plan. I've heard anyway. Now, obviously, most people can't go too long without working, but if we set it up in a way that it coordinates amongst all of us to shut things down systematically and cause as much pain as possible, I think it will work.
Right.
Billionaire, the fascist.
Yeah, F them
Some
all.
people look at Donald Trump
Okay,
and think
yeah.
that he's the ultimate man.
Yeah, so
He's
real
rich.
talk.
He's
Yeah.
married to a model. He
Yeah.
sits front row
Gorgeous.
at the
Yeah.
UFC fights. And he seems
'Cause-
to do whatever he wants without facing any real consequences.
But he's the president.
To a certain type of guy,
What?
that makes him the ultimate role model.
Yeah.
But let's keep it 100.
He's successful.
This isn't what real manhood looks like. You know, a lot has been said about how
This
MAGA
is.
is bringing back traditional masculinity. But
Oh,
the
yeah.
truth is,
Yeah.
the version of masculinity that Trump in his circle promotes,
Mm-hmm.
it isn't about strength,
No.
discipline,
No.
or responsibility.
Really? What is
It's
it about?
more like how a
Okay.
teenage boy thinks a man should act. Loud,
Oh.
reckless, and obsessed with showing off. Science tells us that young men's
Oh.
brains aren't fully developed when it comes to impulse control and thinking long term.
Like, I want to cut off my junk because I think I'm a woman? Like that kind of problem with, because their brains are still forming when they're young? That kind of problem? Okay, I just want to make sure you're agreeing with those people that think that it's child mutilation to, do the hormone blockers and cut off their junk. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page. Okay, let's go.
That's why teenage boys take more risk. They're more focused on the thrill of the moment than the consequences.
So are young men.
And that's how Trump and many of his top guys act. Look at Pete Hegseth,
Yeah.
Trump's defense secretary.
He's a warrior.
He brags about wanting an uninhibited military,
Yeah.
meaning he wants soldiers who don't follow rules.
What? No, it doesn't. He wants soldiers that aren't gay, that you can depend on them to not be hitting on your fellow soldier in the foxhole. He wants all this DEI. He wants the warrior mentality back, because that is what we need. That's what the military should be. They teach you in boot camp to kill, kill, kill. They do everything in their power to flip that switch in the normal person so that they are feeling more comfortable, especially depending on what your MOS is, to take a life of another human being. That's not an easy thing. That's not something that comes natural to most people, unless you're like a sociopath or something. But I digress. This guy is an idiot.
Just pure aggression. He doesn't believe in discipline, just destruction.
You have to have
That's
discipline.
not leadership.
Give me a
That's
break.
chaos. And then you got Elon Musk, a billionaire who
yeah.
should be focused on running his companies. But instead, he's online posting immature jokes and throwing temper tantrums when
So what?
things don't go his way. These
he
men
doesn't.
aren't role models. They're overgrown teenagers with
Right.
too much power. One of the weirdest things in MAGA culture is how they talk
Okay.
about Trump like he's their father. You got people at rallies chanting, "Daddy's home," like he's some strict dad coming back to punish everyone.
I've never
Some
heard
people
that.
even say that Trump is going to take off his belt and set America straight. But here's the thing. Trump isn't a strong father figure. A real father
Why?
takes care of his family, protects his people,
Earning billions of
and
dollars
leads
a
by
year.
example. Trump, he avoids responsibility, blames
Right.
everyone for his mistakes,
Okay.
and constantly wants people to praise him. That's not strength.
Well,
That's
I mean,
insecurity. Being a man is not about how much money you have, how many women you've been with, or how loudly you can talk. It's about discipline, responsibility, and self-respect. Real men don't run from their problems. They face them. They don't demand respect. They earn it. MAGA's
that's
version
true.
of masculinity is a joke. It's all about chasing power without taking responsibility.
Oh,
It's about
man.
acting tough while avoiding real challenges. It's about blaming others instead of becoming better. If men really want to embrace masculinity, they need
Yeah.
to reject this childish fantasy
No,
and
brother.
focus on what really matters. Building character, standing by their values, and taking care of the people who depend on them. That's what being a man is.
Yeah, is it kind of like being a real man, like sitting down and recording yourself in an absolutely ridiculous wig? Is that what a real man is? Yes, I don't think that is, my man. I don't think that is.
Palestine needs U.S. protection a year to turn around and say, oh, well, I want to turn Gaza into a tourist location. On top of that, I'm going to mine for rare earth. Bitch, you've never even been to Gaza. You don't even know what Palestine looks like. The best you probably did was a YouTube search and a motherfucking Google image search, bitch. You've never been there to know what the goes on.
Okay.
These people need help.
Calm down.
They need protection
Yeah.
from Putin. And you're going to turn around and say, oh, well, the best that I can do is, build a fucking resort. We can build resorts and dig for rare earths that we don't even know might not even be there.
I think you're confusing two different situations, buddy. Putin is not going towards Gaza. I believe, unless I've completely missed something, there are no rare minerals to be had in the Gaza Strip area. So you're talking about two totally different things, and it just proves that you have no idea what you're talking about. So I think you should probably shut up. But no, you're going to keep going. And just dig a bigger hole for your stupid self. Let's hear it.
That's the best we can do. We can't even give you any defense protection. Bitch, we can't even put boots on ground for you. Sorry. The deal was bullshit. That's why he's not taking the deal. That's why he came in there on 10,000, bitch. You want to ethnically cleanse his country, and you want to pass it on to Putin, bitch. We're not dumb. We're not stupid. And you're not going to turn Gaza into a concrete parking lot just so you can make money off of it, bitch.
Again, Zelensky has nothing to do with Gaza, my friend. You are totally conflating things. Like it's not the same thing. I don't know how you're confusing this, but very two different things.
So no, he didn't take the deal because it was fucking dumb, and you're fucking dumb too, bitch. And if you think he's gonna take it, think the fuck again.
It's hard out here for a white man. We ain't got nobody to help us. And all they do is call us racist because we're white.
Why are you so red?
We ain't got no white entertainment television. We ain't got no white history month.
Is this a troll?
And now y'all taking over the Super Bowl.
What?
I ain't seen no white people dancing at the Super Bowl.
He gets even worse. How does he get even worse? What type of president won't visit a site where 67 Americans lost their lives? Won't even fucking go to it. No words left. Fucking none.
Hey everyone, we made it. It's Friday.
Okay.
Our democracy is crumbling under our noses, but it's Friday.
Yeah.
So I received a few of those generic threats. Most others have too. And
okay.
If you really sit and you think about it and you boil it down, it comes down to two things. Either what I said is true and they're upset about it, that they found the victim to a con man.
Yes.
Instead of being pissed at him, they're pissed at me.
Right.
Or number two is they have a deranged emotional attachment to a man that they have most likely never even met.
Yes.
Both of them are not rational. Both are illogical and both are emotional.
So I gotta say one thing real fast. If you were watching the congressional speech and you've seen all the Republicans stand up and cheer that boy with cancer and all the Democrats didn't, and you're thinking, oh, they are so fucking evil. How could they not stand and cheer?
Are.
You can go all the way off.
Wow.
And the reason why is because if you're not seeing this for how it is, which is it's a political prop, then you're a moron. Donald Trump and his administration literally tried to defund cancer research and shit through the NIH.
That is false.
That's a fact. The only reason they didn't is because finally we had a judge, or some judges, that had the balls to stand up to his administration and say, "F no, are you crazy?" So yeah, fuck all the way off with your self-righteous behavior about, oh, the Democrats are so evil for not participating. Like,
the Gulf of America, and I'm not sure why news outlets don't want to call it that.
They always get so fucking close. They come right up to the edge and then miss it.
So do you think that dementia-riddled dickhole with delusions of adequacy realizes that he's not on the campaign trail anymore? Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I mean, if you look at it, the only difference between his campaign speeches and his address to the Senate are the tenses on the damn verbs.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I'm sure that speech hit pretty hard if your wife and your mom are both f***ing cousins, but for the rest of us who are capable of rational thought and aren't f***ing illiterate, all it was more of the same tired, bigoted bullshit. Let's see here. Lies?
Calm down, my friend.
Check. Racist remarks? Check. Threats to allies? Check. vague promises as to how his legislation is going to help you, despite every piece of evidence to the contrary.
On, do it.
Check.
Oh,
and for the Republicans who are in attendance, I hope you stretched your knees and your esophagus because they both got used and fucking abused.
What is that
I
a
never
reference
thought
to?
I'd see 200 motherfuckers bend over backwards to fillet a demented septuagenarian,
Wow,
but tonight I did. Shameful.
Fancy words.
That's all it is. Cheering while he bragged about the various actions he's taken that are going to fuck America right into the dirt, lied and rambled for 90 fucking minutes.
Wow.
Shameful. Every single one of you rat fucks needs to go get some ice water right now because hell is hot and it has damn little shade.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Oh,
I think I just got rejected for the first time in my life.
The first time. Right.
This guy and I have been talking on Hinge for a little bit. He came to pick me up. I get into his car. He says, "This is a really nice area you live in. Are you new here?" And I said, "Yeah, I just moved here 5 months ago." He goes, "Okay, yeah, I'm not feeling this." And I said, "What?" He said, "This. I'm not feeling it."
I feel that's a perfectly legitimate response. If a person's not feeling it, then why waste the other's time?
I said, "Okay, no problem, but can I ask why?" He said, "I was hesitant about online dating and I'm just not feeling it." Look at me.
And what good would that do? And would it change anything? Just because a person is attractive on the
Look at
outside
me.
doesn't mean that someone else is going to find them attractive on the inside. And some
Exactly.
individuals can tell very early that there's not going to be that chemistry in a relationship. Just because a person is attractive doesn't mean that they're entitled to anything, especially not anyone's time.
It's time for Dave's Detox. Oh, how cute! Oh my gosh. How terrifying. You couldn't pay me enough money to do that. There's no way.
No.
Oh boy. Raccoons are on the loose.
Anna, stop running.
Not like that brush. Oh, yeah. A little head massage. Aww. Yeah, that's the spot.
Did you do that?
Aw, what a cute little husky.
No.
Oh, that's a bad habit. Oh, he's so cute. How did the tail get in there? It's weird. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. It's like, hey, what's up? Nothing to see here. Oh, jeez. Aw. Giving him kisses. Or her kisses. Aw. Spider up there. That's funny. Yeah. What is going on? Oh, look at your little Yorkie. How cute. Oh, boy. Well, I hope you really enjoyed that detox. I know I enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please subscribe, like, share, slap that bell around, and do all that jazz. And it really does make a big difference getting the video out there into the algorithm, through the algorithm, out to more eyeballs, and that's what will help grow the channel and our community. All right, well, until the next episode, stay safe, know that you are loved and appreciated, and until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.